And what advice would you give to those people that they think there's no opportunity or there's no way for you to be successful in the Philippines?
There's a lot of core skills here that are useful in other countries. It's way more stress-free here.
What's your name and where you from?
My name is Jon Phenom. I'm from Los Angeles.
And for how long have you been in the Philippines?
On this trip, I've only been here for about 10 days.
And how was your experience? Or how is your experience?
Amazing. I mean, I'm Filipino American, so I have a lot of family here, so it's always a great experience.
Oh, okay. What is like life in America as a Filipino?
I mean, it's great. I mean, in terms of the contrast from there and here, it's vast. So I'm glad I can like touch into my heritage. Also, like I've grown up in Southern California, so Southern California is also very different than a lot of other states in the U.S. Yeah, I would say it's like it could tend to be a faster pace.
Faster pace.
Yeah.
Have you changed your life perspective coming back to the Philippines?
Yes, I would say traveling in general does that to me, but I did so. 5 months ago, I was here for an entire month, and it was business and family, but definitely changed my perspective. Again, like heritage-wise, it opens up a different part of me. But there's so many mix of different cultures inside of the Philippines. Yeah, so it changes the way I move when I'm in Los Angeles, for sure.
Can we say that you kind of have a reverse culture shock coming back to the Philippines, or not really?
Yeah, you could. That's one thing you could say. There's a lot of things you could say. Yeah, I mean, like the traffic is monstrous. I always say that, and just on a practical level, but on a personal level, the warmth of Filipinos is endearing, right? Because many parts of the Philippines are impoverished, but the spirit is always. I mean, Filipinos can still always sing and always dance. And it says something about their characteristics.
And I don't know if you kind of have an idea. Do you know the reasons why in 2024 many Filipinos are leaving the country to go abroad?
Why they're leaving here? I mean, I would just guess that opportunity is the #1 answer. Yeah, it's opportunity. I mean, I'm not sure what the numbers are in terms of export for jobs for Filipinos, but it's got to be like. There's a lot of core skills here that are useful in other countries, and so if they can earn in a higher economy, I'm sure that's a driving goal for Filipinos.
Okay. You have been here only for like 10 days. I know you are based in the States. Do you see yourself living here?
Yeah, I mean, so I've had former business partners that came here, and so maybe like 15 years ago, quite a few friends of ours, we had on a long business trip, and many of them were like, let's stay here. I had just bought my place in Los Angeles. I feel like I had a lot of work to do there, but now, many years later, I can see a version of myself living here, 100%.
Okay. Yeah. What do you love the most about the Philippines?
It's way less stressful. Like it's way more stress-free here. There's a vibe of like not a vacation, but like just take it easy. Just take it easy. I mean, even here in the city, so like if you're from the province, there's a big contrast between like where we are and the city. Like it's considered a faster pace. But coming from LA or maybe a city like New York, that's familiar, but still the undertones here are like just slowing down and enjoying life. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing.
Oh, okay. And what advice would you give to those people that they think there's no opportunity or there's no way for you to be successful in the Philippines?
Oh, there's ways. I mean, definitely. There's an arbitrage when it comes to like, so if you are coming from the United States, there's an arbitrage there. You just have to be very strategic about how you do it, right? Because the economy is not the same. So you got to figure out the things that are a plus, right? That you could bring here. And then if anyone was thinking of doing a business here, I would say that you need to study the culture and the economy. Like you got to come out here and get boots on the ground. So because I think a lot of people do vacation and they're like, oh, I could start a business here because the startup costs are way easier. And there's either more red tape or less red tape. It depends on how you see it. But it also depends on the business, which can be vast. But you can have the preconceived ideas of the city that you, or the country that you come from. So you got to study it here. But is there opportunity? Absolutely. I think there's a lot of big private companies that have initiatives for the public. And I think so like BGC is a good example. I think if you harness the idea of using like the better intention of other companies, like multinational companies, I think that could be a way, because if you look for a win for other people who have economies thinking of maybe using this as a headquarters for all the strengths that the Philippines brings, that could be a way where you're bringing in more money and then get initiatives moving. From my humble perspective, yeah.
We totally understand that, bro, and I really appreciate it. And let me just ask you this before we go: and any advice would you give to other foreigners that they want to come to the Philippines? It's either to visit or even to open a business.
I would just come out here. Come out here. It's vast. It's massive. So like spend time in all the different spots, not just BGC. Of course, this is an amazing part of the city. And then also in terms of business, I would do an immediate deep dive into what you think might be a good business. Also, there's people who have probably done it here, especially other expats. I would get with that community and just have some brass tacks conversations about, they'll tell you very quickly, this won't work, that won't work. And so I would use their experience. I would stand on their shoulders for sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, brother. And what kind of business do you do here in the Philippines or even in the States?
So I design clothing, and then I have a YouTube channel that helps people launch their brands. So most of my business here is trying to figure out apparel production and distribution possibilities here in the Philippines.
Oh, okay. Can you please shout out to your page?
Yeah, it's just / Jon Phenom.
Okay.
Yeah, the clothing brand mentor.
Okay, brother. So guys, it's going to be in the description below. Please check them out. As you are traveling today, you're going back to the States today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bro. So thank you so much. Appreciate for your time and have a safe trip.
I will.
See you guys when we have the next person, probably on the next episode. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video with the whole barangay. We gone. Did you feel you got scammed somewhere?
Yeah, I think, as I said, the transportation here is probably like the worst I've ever experienced in my life. In Manila, like I was here, within the first 30 minutes, people tried to scam me like 3 times. There is a little bit of xenophobia. People are super warm and nice, and things are super slow.